This is Lansdowne ROAR, the voice of the fans, and this is a little bit different. You're very welcome to our top 10 Irish players from 2010 to present day. David Dunn here, joined by Martin Prendergast, and of course, Conor McAvoy. And just to sort of, before we get into this, obviously, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please like this video. Also, head over to our Facebook, Instagram, and our Twitter account. And of course, Conor, you know him. He's over in Rep Tracker. Head over there on Twitter and on Facebook as well. Right. So, why have we done a video like this? Now, I don't know. It was Conor's idea, so you can blame him. just a couple of things before we have a little discussion of what this is really going to be about. It's very late. We're just hitting record. This is censored. We're just going for it. There's going to be no outtakes, so there's going to be mistakes galore, Martin. And yeah, we're just going to debate and about our selections. Conor, it was your idea, so if I've got this right, we're picking 10 players from 2010 that played for Ireland, and it's the state. It's not like we pick a player who made his debut 10 years previous and was brilliant. It's like it's what they were like at that time from 2010 onwards, correct?
Yeah, from 2010 to 2020, the last decade. So hopefully you've listened to my advice properly and you haven't put in someone from
even though you did even in the introduction where he said
you can't change now, Dave.
The present day.
This is the last decade, because you said earlier.
Martin, you said a decade.
Put in the group chat earlier. Is it from 2000 onwards? He hasn't listened to us at all, Prendy.
No,
he's a clown. He's a clown. Look at him with his Eden Hazard haircut. He doesn't listen to us at all.
He's panicking now.
Not panicking at all, chaps.
But I don't think actually not that many from the last couple from 2020 on that you could really put, like, unless you put I had no Bazuna or something. But I hope you haven't. There's
not panicking at all. Not panicking at all, chaps. Don't you worry about that.
And it is in chronological order, by the way. It's from 10 down. It's not just any 10 as Martin thought it was.
And we're factoring in as well their club career as well.
Yes, how the club and country, how they impacted the game of football from an Irish point of view, really. But I wonder who Dave has. But I nominate Martin to kick us off since he's so confident. I've never seen a man so confident about making the list.
Yeah,
just for anyone's aware.
Oh yeah, we be listening to you shiting on all about. Can we take into your list? All right, go on.
Let's go, Martin.
My number 10 ranked player for that decade is Glenn Whelan.
Only 10.
Okay.
Only 10. Oh, all right, go on.
Okay. Oh, do I have to go through the rest of them?
Yeah, go on. You keep going.
Oh, I'm going first. All right. Okay. So,
are we not like doing 10 each?
You can do that if you want, but I think do your list. But go on if you want to go 10 each.
Yeah, but there's more suspense then, isn't it? Shall I go down my first?
No, why don't we do 10? You do 10, then I do my 10. You do your 10, and then 9.
Okay,
go on. Or should I go 10, 9, 8, 7, and go halfway?
No, just 10. Connor, what's your 10?
Okay,
I'm taking children. I'm taking
James
over.
McCarthy.
Really?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Did he even play?
Club was a brilliant player at his best. He's been probably our best midfield at his prime over the last decade. When he was his very best, he was Ireland's best like midfielder of such, and that like pivot /6/8. There was no one else. Even Glenn Whelan. Glenn Whelan, although he'd done a lot more.
You can tell he's been talking to fucking Bill Martin, can't you? Like,
yeah.
He's watching clips.
He doesn't know.
No,
but go on.
My number 10 is Shay Given.
Oh my god. That's the worst one I've ever heard. What did Shay Given do between 2010 and 2020? You all
won the FA Cup.
Won
the FA Cup. Won the FA Cup.
Oh, he shouldn't have been picked for Euro 2012, and suddenly so he was crap in 2012, but suddenly between 2010 and 2011, he was good enough to be top 10 Irish players.
Yeah.
No,
absolutely. He won the FA Cup. What did James McCarthy win?
He done a lot more.
Did he win the FA? No, he won the FA Cup.
You've got Shay Given. You've got Shay Given as your 10th. That's interesting. Yeah.
That's shocking. That's shocking.
All right.
Shay Given, obviously he's one of the greatest ever players, but over the last decade, not a chance.
That's why he's number 10. He would have been probably number 1 actually if it was from the decade previous. But anyway, Yeah, over Roy Keane. But
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Sorry,
That's
go
shocking.
on. Oh, shut up. Go on.
Right, someone else go with number 9 then first, because I started last time.
Yeah,
no,
just go again. Just go again. Don't overcomplicate it. 9.
All right.
Jesus
Richard
Christ,
Dunn. Richard Dunn is my number 9th player.
2010 to 2020.
Yep.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I can argue it out as well.
And actually, I'm going to skip in here. He's my number 9 as well. Just go on,
between
Conor.
2010 and 2020.
Yep,
Richard Dunn.
You don't remember.
He don't remember. He doesn't remember moments.
He doesn't remember.
He
What year was
doesn't
that performance?
remember.
What year was that performance in Russia?
2011. Up your bollocks, son.
That's 1 year.
No, you
What
don't.
year?
Your knowledge.
He doesn't
2015.
Follow Rep Tracker. You get all the current stuff and things. He doesn't. He ignores these other things.
Bollocks.
See, this is
he
Lansdowne
retired.
ROAR.
These other things.
He retired in 2015, and he left Aston Villa for QPR in 2013.
Listen, that was probably other than Paul McGrath. Right, other than Paul McGrath, by the way, I know you haven't got a clue we're talking about. When we used to qualify for World Cups,
individual play,
right? When we used to qualify for World Cups, he pulled off a fantastic performance in New Jersey against Italy, right? And he had Roberto Baggio in his pocket. He was also not a great player, Conor. I know you probably haven't got a clue what I'm talking about either. There. And he pulled off single-handedly the best performance in an Ireland shirt. Probably since either Paul McGrath or maybe Roy Keane against Holland. I don't know. In that game against Russia, he was superb. And we won't be playing Russia anytime fucking soon. So there you go. Go on, what's your number 9?
I'll just add on that though. Paul McGrath himself said it was the best performance from an Irish footballer since, and including the Giant Stadium.
What year is this?
Yeah, 2011.
2011.
2011.
He retired in 2014.
So you're going
retired
off
2014. He was also Ireland's Player of the Year in 2011.
So you're going off,
and that was the second time. That was second time he won the FAI Player of the Year award. And it was, and let's not forget, sorry, that in
I love it, Martin. Yes.
In 2011 we also won the Nations Cup.
All
part of that historic.
He retired in 2014. So you're judging off 4 years of a decade. Disgraceful.
Yeah.
But my
pretty fucking bleak on it.
My number 9 has been possibly Ireland's best player since we last qualified for a major tournament, Shane Duffy. What he's done for the country over the last, I don't know, obviously at the moment, but that small period, 4 or 5 year period, is absolutely brilliant for Ireland. So if you don't have him in your list, you're codding yourself. He definitely won player. I don't even need to check, but he's definitely won player of the year for Ireland. There was a year he scored our only goal for Ireland, and he played numerous years in the Premier League at that span with Brighton, was brilliant. So no, I think he's a valid number 9.
Well, if he's that brilliant, why is he only number 9? Just saying.
Because we've had better players before that.
Just saying. All right. Well, we don't know yet. Go on, Martin. We go on.
My number 8.
You know, right?
My number 8 is Seamus Coleman.
Oh my God! What?
Right.
Number 8.
My number 8 is Seamus Coleman. Okay.
I think I need a break,
Seamus Coleman on this.
I think
Seamus Coleman. I've gone him. No. I think Seamus Coleman for me is number 8 at this time, and because I can argue out the rest of them, so it's fine.
All right, Seamus Coleman is Martin's number 8. Bit of composure, Conor.
Darren Murphy's gonna be his number 1.
Who's your number 8?
Darren Randolph. Absolutely superb for Ireland. What are you going to do about it? How good was he over the years for Ireland? In that period, him and Shane Duffy.
I'm not gonna say if he's in mine or not. Like, this is part of the suspense.
Right, go on there, Dave.
My number 8 is James McLean.
Okay.
I'll give you a sneak peek. He didn't make my list.
Wow.
What?
You are joking, aren't you?
No, it hasn't made my list.
Wow. Okay. Doesn't remember. Were you fucking alive back in 2016?
What for? What he done against?
In 2017. How old are you? Like 2? Like that?
All right. No, he laughed out. I can't believe the outrage at my position of Seamus. And I, as you know, I love Seamus.
In fairness, James McLean, I was him in a hand for the number 10 spot, but I went with McCarthy just based off pure talent. And at the very best, McCarthy was a better player
when he played.
Yeah. Right.
Go on.
7 for me is Shane Duffy. Okay.
Good shout.
And just Shane Duffy, just to let you know, do you want some stats on Shane Duffy?
Oh, Jesus
20,
Christ.
2010 call up. He was called up in 2010, in May 2010. That's where he had the real serious injury where Dr. Byrne saved his life.
Lacerated liver.
Yep. And then he wasn't called up again. He didn't make the 2012 Euro squad. 2014 was his actual first cap. So you're judging and giving a player really who had six years for Ireland. You've got him in your group there at where was it, number 10? Where did you have him?
Yeah.
Connor?
Is it?
8.
Yeah.
But fair play, he won the Player of the Year.
You're taking into account
18.
club career as well, how good he was in the Premier League.
Oh no, it was very, very good for Brighton. And I think he had about 41 caps in that decade. Is my research on this.
Martin's been heavily researching.
But also, no,
Has,
I'm gonna give you another bit of information on it. Key player, obviously, Shane Duffy. And thinking about the 2016 Euros as well. Came in, didn't start the first game, second game, did he? He came in for the third game against Italy, the key one where Robbie Brady scored. It's a bit of a spoiler alert, and then he was sent off against France in the next game
for a penalty. All right, so that's your number 7, Shane Duffy. Your number 7, Conor.
That was mine. Oh, number 7. Oh, I've got John Walters.
Good shout.
John Walters, yeah, number 7.
Good shout.
He's a hard one to judge because based off pure talent, you don't know where you'd put him on a list, but for what he'd done for Ireland and how good he was for Stoke, he was so effective. Like so.
Wait till you hear my number 7. Connor's got to have a fucking stroke. Just folks, just turn down your volume. I'm gonna go Damien Duff.
No, you haven't.
I have.
No, you haven't.
Yep.
No, you haven't. No. This could be serious.
It was either him or
Simon. Number 7. This is a joke. You're not.
It was either him. Now I know he only played for 2 years.
He retired in 2012.
Yeah, but still, do you want me to put Simon Cox on it or Stephen Ward on it?
James McCarthy hasn't made to this, has he?
No.
So why is he? Dave, you're taking the piss here. Even Prendy will agree with me. You're taking the fucking piss here. Damien Duff. You joking?
Damien Duff. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, you will you? With your Damien Duff.
Yeah, right there. He doesn't know, Martin. He doesn't appreciate it. He's just a fucking snowflake. Right. No, number 6. Who's your number 6?
My number 6 is Darren Randolph. And I have got some information on him if you'd like.
Oh, Jesus.
Club career is very, very good. Like club career, amazing appearances, like over 300 appearances, I think, in that club wise. 50 caps for Ireland. You know, Shea wasn't fit in 2012. I know he came in after that, but like that was absolutely brilliant in Euro 2016 for us. So
he was brilliant. Yeah, he was one of our best players back over the last.
And again, even then, kind of messed around with. You know, people forget that he didn't start the game in Germany against Germany when he got the assist. Shane Long.
I have Mr. Glenn Whelan, just for longevity more than anything, for how long he done it for Ireland. What he done at Stoke. What he done at Villa. 6. Yeah. What he done in the Prem. What he done in the Championship. Longevity for Ireland. So underrated. I still think to this day, still unbelievably underrated. But when I think about this again, I probably would have had him at like number 8 or number 9, but I have him at number 6, and that's it. I probably would have had Randolph and Shane Duffy ahead of him, but fuck it.
You remember he sort of like literally just burst onto the scene. Conor, you weren't born at the time, but in 2008, do you remember that man? He just literally, you hadn't seen him anywhere, and then he just came on the scene. And go, what the fuck? He made his debut in Mainz, didn't he, against Georgia? He scored. Right, good player, Glenn Whelan, fellow Clondalkian, I think. My number 6.
Has he a British passport? He mustn't. I don't know. Anyway, not really relevant.
You trying to get me shot? Have you ever been?
Go on, Duffer. Go on.
Duffer.
Who have you got 6?
Wes Hilhan.
Okay.
Yeah. That shut you up, didn't it?
But no, just why have you Damien Duff at number 7?
Move on, Conor. Get over it.
Heard.
Respect my decision.
Jay Given was bad enough.
Fucking James McCarthy paid like 2 fucking caps for Ireland. Oh, he's brilliant.
He's so much better in that
Right.
decade than Damien Duff was.
Questionable.
Right, go on. Right, Martin.
Play,
go on
at
to
least
your
he
number.
played in major tournaments.
My number 5 is Shane Long. Okay, is that all right with everybody?
Yeah, all right. Now, Connor, you happy with that now? Number 5 is Shane Long, yes.
Yeah, I'm perfectly happy with that.
All right.
Is that my number
Who have you
5?
got, Connor?
Yes, it's your number 5.
I've got Wesley Hoolan.
You just
Yeah.
fucking put him in there when you heard mine.
No.
My number 5 is Shane Duffy.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you
Martin?
went with originally you went with nostalgia bias with Shea Given and
Oh, we've lost you.
can you see her, mate?
Unfortunately, we
gone
can still
still.
hear you, but we can't see you.
He's off. He's gone.
He's gone. He's taken offense so much to me putting Damien Duffy. Oh, he's back. Can't hear you. He's put himself on mute. There we go.
Go on here, look.
Oh, we can't hear you. There you go. You're back.
He's back.
You were nostalgia biased with Shea Given and with Damien Duff, and now you're recency biased with Shane Duffy. You're just in your own wee world over there, Dave.
Every fucking day. Have you seen the actual world? So yeah, Duffy. All right, go on. What's your number 4? Now we're into the home straight.
My 4 is John Waters.
It's very.
Okay.
Is that? But he done a lot. He's a good player. My 4 is Robbie Brady.
My 4 is Robbie Keane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just,
Go on.
I mean, John Waters, but again, a little bit of stat kind of info. Brilliant at Stoke, great record. I think it's and actually Burnley more so really. Burnley, I think I've got it as 226 appearances, 43 goals. That's a great stat because he didn't, and more Stoke then it's probably less goals because in that period he was the way they played, wasn't it, with Peter Crouch and things like that. He was like, I mean, I've heard Peter Crouch talking about his work rate and how fit he was, John Waters. And again, you can't forget that the playoff goal's really important. And player of the year in 2015.
Not a big occasion.
4 is very high though. 4 is very high.
Number 3 for you, Martin.
James McLean.
Good on you.
Oh my god.
He's not even in your list. That's because he hates the Queen. That's why Conor doesn't have him in his
love the Queen. Like he was a brilliant servant to Ireland. Done a lot for Ireland.
You
not a top 10 player for Ireland over the last decade.
Of course it is.
Cardiff.
His record's ridiculous.
Cardiff, Vienna.
80 plus caps in the decade. Look at the key goals: Austria and Wales.
Do you know what was beautiful? Do you know what's beautiful about that goal?
And consistently in all the clubs he played for, and he was always available. I mean,
do you know what's beautiful though as well about that goal in Austria? And I'm speaking to you, Martin, and I'm speaking to all the mature, knowledgeable fans out there of Lansdowne ROAR. So you just sit back, Conor. You just take a listen. You just sit back and you might learn something. And what was beautiful about that goal, because you remember back in 1995, Martin, in that stadium, I think it's the Graz Stadium, wasn't it? Some Graz Stadium in Vienna, and we lost 3-1 to Austria in the Euro 90s in 1995. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
James McLean, he exercised that demon, that ghost of the Charlton era, and he slayed them in their own ground.
And that was one of the big wins against a kind of higher ranked opposition, wasn't it?
That was the biggest win. Yeah, man, because actually, funny enough, it was Scotland in '87, and then it was Georgia, wasn't it? They were higher ranked than us at the time in Mainz, and then it was that game. Yeah, I think it was that game then in Vienna.
So you picked them based off. You picked them that high based off. He got rid of a ghost. Simple as.
Well, you see, we have emotion and feeling. We have emotion and feeling, Conor, where you just go off
expected goals. We watched him get a goal. We watched.
I go off the eye test,
not expected goals.
Yeah, and your XGs. How many fouls did he draw, Martin? Did he draw any fouls? Did he? How many penalties did he win?
Well, he has broke the record. Most step overs, then whip the ball in. That's all the records he's breaking.
Brilliant.
Wow.
Hundreds of attempts per game.
So he was my number 3 anyway. So Conor, who have you got as number 3?
Shane Long. Shane Long, brilliant career, club level, country
One
level,
goal.
done it in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Premier League for years.
Yeah.
Scored.
How many goals did he get for Southampton, Shane Long?
No, he scored the quickest goal in Premier League history. And
Shane,
don't
all right.
forget, it was
Oh, well.
superb at West Brom. And don't forget, he scored the best goal in Irish football in history. I'd argue.
Hold on. Right, he scored one major goal in Irish history. We point out James McLeod scored two major goals in Irish history.
Yeah, but they
and
don't
he's
compare.
slag us off.
That one goal outweighs his goals so much more.
No,
That
it
goal
doesn't.
against Germany. That goal against Germany.
No way, no.
Yes,
Bollocks.
it does.
No.
Yes, it does.
No.
That goal against Germany outweighs his goal in Cardiff by a landslide,
No.
and that one against Austria by a
I don't
landslide.
know. I don't
How?
know.
Let
I don't
Shane.
know.
What did that goal
Shane
in Cardiff
Long.
lead to?
So Shane Long did it in Shane Long did it in the Premier League, did he? Yeah, fantastic goal scoring record here. Let's have a look.
He
3 seasons at West. Did
yeah,
it for
go on.
years. He did it for years in the fucking Premier League. He never broke 10 for West Brom in the Premier League in a season.
Yeah, but that's not. He wasn't just a goal scorer. He had a lot more to his game.
No. Well, you're on about that. He got 4
Oh yeah, but see,
for Hull.
we're talking
none.
to Connor here. Connor doesn't think strikers have to score.
No.
Yeah,
You're the one who
no,
thinks
that.
Rasmus
You still
Højlund's
have
a
to-
good player, and he's fucking you scored 2 goals all season.
He's
So
never.
you keep that in your pipe and smoke it.
Martin, here's one,
We're
right?
2010 to 2020 here. We're focused on Irish football. This is it.
Shane Long, right? Shane Long has never breached 10 goals in a. Sorry, he's done it once. He's reached 10 goals in a Premier League season once. And the most he's ever done is 21
Wait.
in the
How
Championship.
many was the last Irish player has breached 10 goals in a season in the Premier League? Tell me. Before him,
Robbie.
after
Robbie.
him. When's the last time?
Robbie Keane.
Yeah, and when was that?
Goldrick, is it?
No, that wasn't McGoldrick. That wasn't the
Did he, was it?
that
Robbie
was the
Keane.
Ditzy propaganda.
Yeah. But
Long
no,
time. So just
no,
show. Look, just saying.
No, I'm just pointing out there. You're having a go. You're on about, oh, you never did it.
You've
in
done it at
this,
the highest
whatever.
level.
Yeah.
If you score 10
And
goals in the
actually-
highest level Premier League season.
Actually, I tell you what, right? And he only
Has he even made your top 10?
Shane Long?
Yeah.
You just have to wait and find out, won't you?
All
Wait and find. I'm not going to just spoil it.
right. Go on.
and-
Give us
and
your
there he is.
number. Give us your number 3.
And there he is off camera going, oh, don't start talking about it. He starts ripping into me. My number 3 is Darren Reynolds.
He's making this up. I think
I
he's
don't-
just writing
But
down
if
our ones.
if he does have Shane Long in his top 10 over Damien Duff and Shea Govan, is an absolute disgrace.
Shane Long, the goal machine is Shane Long. Okay, yeah.
I didn't say. I just said he scored goals. Scored
Goal
10 goals
machine. Yeah,
in
he
Premier
scored 1 goal for Ireland, and then we picked a guy who scored 2 one iconic goal. Lad who scored 2 iconic goals.
League. But you didn't put him in your top 10. What did Damien Duff do for Ireland between 2010 and 2020? What did Shea Given do?
Duffer.
What did Duffer do at club level at that stage?
Duffer. He was Duffer.
You go away with your
Duffer to
Duffer.
me.
You don't even love Duffer that much. You're crying about him
Duffer to
every week.
me. He was Duffer to me. I don't care. I think Dufferson is a fantastic manager, and he was a fantastic player. Duffer.
Right, go on, Martin. You give us your number 2.
Played in 2 major championships.
My number 2 is Robbie Brady.
Mine's Robbie Keane.
Okay.
You never even saw fucking Robbie Keane play. You weren't even born.
What are you on with?
My number 2 is John Walters, the man for the big occasion. Always did it. Always called upon, and also he put the shits up fucking Roy Keane. He put him in his place.
Just for fans watching this video, it's for what they dub for club and country, not just country. Just to make it.
So,
fuck
just
off.
on right. So Robbie Keane, you've gone for.
Yep.
And in that decade, club-wise, he was at Spurs, second spell at Spurs, LA Galaxy, Celtic.
Yep.
It was on all the loan deals, wasn't he, as well?
Yep.
Scored a lot of goals.
He did score a lot of goals.
Yeah.
Did you try to disprove him there, Martin? Just piss
No,
him
no,
off?
I didn't. No, I'm looking. No, because I
did.
got stats on it. I got stats on it. And
Even though he
I
was
looked
playing
at
in
it,
America,
I
he still
think
was a very good player.
Yeah, I think he
Not
got,
like he went to shit.
in that decade, he did score 27 goals for Ireland of his
Yeah.
total. which is-
He was amazing in that campaign. He really came into it for Ireland. His best period with Ireland was actually under Trapattoni. He was lethal.
That's why I've
Yeah,
him in
no,
there.
no, he was lethal even in 08, 09 for the 2010 campaign, but also for that 2012 campaign, he was brilliant for Ireland. And yeah, he was superb. He actually missed a lot of easy chances under. He wasn't very prolific under Mick, and I think he broke the record eventually under Brian Kerr, and that took a lot longer than it probably should have. The record was, what was it, 21 goals, wasn't it? Or 20 goals and then 21, and then he paced past it. But no, I mean,
who did you go in as number 2, Dave?
Me, Walters, man for the big occasion.
Walters. You got Walters. And who did you go, Connor? Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie. Who?
All right. Okay.
And right, number 1, the big reveal, Martin. You can tell this hasn't been rehearsed. We're effing and jeffing. It's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning.
Go on, Martin. Go on, tell us.
John O'Shea.
Oh my God, a top 10 for that decade.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Are you trying to get brownie points with the assistant manager of Ireland or something here? Top.
Still got the picture.
Oh my God.
You get that picture up.
You're joking me.
No, delete that picture.
Joking you.
What did he do? What did he do at club level at that stage? Played for Sunderland. What did he do for Sunderland?
Consistently played for Sunderland.
He scored against Germany.
Sunderland.
He scored
on his 100th cap. He scored against Germany in 2014.
Show some respect.
2 Euros. He was a 2014 Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And he had half of his caps for Ireland were in that decade.
But just because he got caps doesn't mean he was that good. He was just a good player. Like he was a good player, but he wasn't top
player.
Consistent utility player.
Well, remember, Martin.
Also is the assistant manager of the current.
Yeah, see, you just want brownie. I was going to put him top 10. It's like,
it's not brownie points at all. I can't believe you've not got him in there.
In your 10 at all,
you've got James McCarthy above him.
Yes, he was a lot better of a footballer in that
Outrageous.
decade. John O'Shea. In that decade, James McCarthy was a lot better.
Visited to a hospital. James McCarthy was very popular in the physio room.
Had his own
all the extra overtime he got.
At Everton, Wigan, he was at his best. Short period for a couple of years. James McCarthy was superb.
To be fair, Martin. Now, to be fair to Conor, like he's no fucking goal machine like Shane Long.
Question, Damien. At least John O'Shea is acceptable to be in the top 10.
Right, who's your number 1?
John O'Shea is acceptable to be in the top 10.
Who's your number 1?
Even argue top 5.
Who's your number 1?
Say he's number 1.
No, yours is no. Connor, who's your number 1?
Go for it.
Mine is David McGoldrick.
See, this is fucking farcical.
No, it's not. Anyway, you stupid Egypt. It's not. My number 1 is.
Fucking joke, you are. Right, go on. Yeah, this is why this has been set up by you like this as a complete wind up of me. Right, I've got it ready.
My number 1 is the most obvious number 1 in the history. This is the greatest ever captain we've ever seen. Is Seamus Coleman. Easy. Right. Seamus Coleman is the easy consensus number 1 by far, and he's the only option. Go on, Dave.
I've actually got Seamus Coleman as well as number
1. Like, where did you put him in your list, Martin?
I had him number 8.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Even though he was injured a lot for
my
Ireland.
list. Look. Right, okay. So who's? It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Do you know I have to laugh at, right? Martin, I love you, Martin, but you know, fucking he's got stats and everything. Stats coming out.
I thought a bit of fucking preparation to it because I need a decade
for once. Yeah, fucking know me on the back of a fag packet when we're going live on a Sunday.
This is a disgrace. This is a disgrace. Like, I think Damien Duff was bad. Shea Given was bad. But John O'Shea at number fucking 1 is beyond the fucking joke. But Seamus Coleman at number 8. Are you joking me?
I'm not.
Yeah, that is
Seamus Coleman, number 8.
And I love Seamus Coleman. Seamus Coleman is one of my favourite ever Ireland footballers. I'm telling you, that's where he is, isn't it?
Are you taking club career in the county here at all?
Well, he didn't go to the Euros in 2012.
Are you taking club stats or club accountability?
Like what? Just because he played a lot for Everton?
He played a lot. I think there was an argument. There was an argument at the stage you could say he was one of the top right backs in the Premiership. When's the last time we could say that about any Irish player in any position? There was a stage. It was well documented he was going to go to Bayern Munich, wasn't it, before he broke his leg? And I don't think any all-right Irish player would have happened to him.
I love that. Like, Martin, you're never off, are you? Always thinking that, you know, how can I get that autograph or get that signed jersey from John O'Shea? You show him the video, we send him a little link. John, look at me. I'm voting number 1. Love you, John.
I think Martin gonna be. I think Dave. Do you know what actually happened here when you texted earlier saying, "Oh, was it from 2000 onwards?"
He didn't play.
We were like, he got
James Coleman didn't play for Ireland in 2020. That must have been injury. 2017, he played one game. So that must have been injury. Didn't go to Euro 2012. Seamus Coleman should have gone, but he didn't.
Yeah, it was
So
ridiculous.
yeah,
actually.
look, he I don't know. You know,
Don't just base off injuries. Just based off a
That's
lad being
fine.
No,
injured.
no, no.
But
Seamus
that's
Coleman Seamus Coleman has been our best player for a number of years, and if it wasn't for that fucking horrible leg break against Wales,
he
for
would
the
have gone Man
Euro,
United probably. Would have gone
Would
to
have
a
went
good
to
I
team.
think.
But he's very loyal to Everton. I'm not disputing that, and he's
Well-
been a very good. But he's won nothing at Everton, and
Well, he
John
signed a
O'Shea's
con-
played in European finals and stuff for Man United and stuff. Right? No, maybe not in that decade, but John O'Shea.
What
When
did
you
he do?
look
Yes,
back
he
at
did
club
not in that
careers,
decade. What did he do in that decade? He spent half his time in the Championship with Sunderland. Half the period. Seamus Coleman,
a leader of our team as well. Like
even if you look
amazing.
at what
He's played in
when
every
you talk about
position as well.
you're talking about
Goalkeeper,
leaders here,
forward.
Mark. Dave, he's talking about leaders here, and he's putting John O'Shea a better leader than Seamus Coleman.
No, Seamus Coleman. When did Seamus Coleman take on the captaincy?
I don't know. You tell me.
You don't know. You see, you
But
don't know.
he doesn't need to be
He was
captain to
saying
be a
he's
leader.
Well, exactly.
When did he take it up the captain? That's a very good
After
question.
the
It was
Euro
on a-
2016.
Yeah. And
It
what?
was after
Yeah.
Robbie, yeah, because Robbie
Robbie was there.
retired in the John Delaney derby, didn't he?
And when did
Against
Robbie
Oman.
become captain?
2006. Stan made him
So
captain
he's talking
before
about leadership here with John O'Shea when he never became the captain of Ireland.
He was
But Seamus
captain.
Coleman did.
He was captain in the Euros in 2016. Robbie wasn't on the pitch. John O'Shea didn't
Yeah,
lead
so
the
he
Southampton
wasn't the
team?
Yeah,
captain.
that's
He was
true,
just stepping in.
You go.
Yeah, he was the vice
still-
captain. Oh, like
still-
he's the assistant manager now. He's a vice captain.
Mhm.
Vice
Listen,
captain. And that is a
There might have been a bit of Man
disgraceful
United bias for this. I'm not denying that.
Why didn't try to get fucking Roy Keane in there?
Right.
but, like, it's,
Well, I did want to change that, didn't I? You wouldn't let me
Yeah.
do that. I wanted to have it as
No.
players in 2010 to 2020 and also backroom stuff. That's one of my questions. Now, notable
Yeah.
people that you've got out of your list then, right? I didn't put in, well, you didn't put, I mean, that was going to be fucking farcical if you put Dizzy in it. I didn't put Wes in it. I didn't put Wes in it now, and I do love Wes, but then I didn't have Damien Duffy.
who's your number
but
10 and 9 8? Go on, who's your 10 9 8?
and I didn't have Robbie Keane in it.
Why didn't you have Damien Duff in it? Why didn't you have Duff
Who's
in
your
it?
10 9?
Mark?
Who's your 10 9 8?
Glenn Whelan, Dunn, Richard Dunn. I'm talking about moments here as well. Richard Dunn, then Seamus Coleman, Duffy, Randolph, Shane Long, Walters, McLean, Brady, and O'Shea.
He's just going off.
That
Do
was it.
you know he's
I'm
going off?
looking at
He's
moments.
going
I
off
went
his
off
favorite
moments.
moments in an Irish jersey, ranking 1 to 10 from his
It's
favorite
not
moment.
that at all.
He did not
But let me
listen
just-
to the
I wanted
brief
to.
for this
I
video.
was hoping you would come up with McGoldrick because I was going to look at a few stats for this because
Oh, yours.
you go on
I was
about him.
never going to want to
2014
go
to 2020.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I'm going to refute the myth. Right. 2014 to 2020, 14 caps, 1 goal. Who was his goal against?
Switzerland.
Switzerland. Yeah.
And
all
an
remember
important
that.
goal it was, Martin.
One
And
header
what
off.
are
And he
anything
got
against
player- I
Italy?
mean, this is how shy Ireland have been. I would say. I mean,
been
he was
pretty
prolific
bleak.
for Ipswich. His record for Ipswich was incredible. It was really, really good. Prolific
I
for them. But loads of loan moves as well. Player of the year in 2019,
But he
McGoldrick
was-
on the back of 14 caps. And 2014 to 2020, 6 years. I mean, some of them were just one.
He was a
cap
late bloomer, as we
and
said.
things like that.
But
No,
the thing
yeah,
is,
right. Anyway,
if-
He blossomed
Yeah, and then
into
he
a beautiful
abandoned
flower.
Ireland.
Dave,
And he
you know
left
that
Ireland.
he's making an argument against a player that none of us
Late-
have picked because he
and
hates
late-
the man so much. He's making
Oh,
an
sorry,
argument
man.
against him.
Sorry,
No
Mark.
one
Mark,
has
Mark,
picked
Mark,
him.
Mark.
He abandoned
Daryl
Ireland. Sorry,
Murphy.
what did Roy Keane do? Sorry,
Daryl
Your-
Murphy.
your fucking pal.
I looked at Daryl Murphy stats: 32 appearances, 3 goals. Not prolific enough. Shawnee Maguire, 11 appearances and 1 goal.
Why are we talking about
Um,
David? You're talking about notable absences here. And where? Come on,
Yeah.
can you go in here now?
I'm just talking about the goal scorers and people who score
Yeah, but-
goals and qualify us for tournaments. That's where even the likes of or give us good days out as well, right?
Well,
where we
yeah, but
are
Dave-
put us in
yeah, but Dave
contention. The
McGoldrick
big
wasn't-
wins.
But
away.
it wasn't about Dave McGoldrick is not Shane Long, right? When Dave McGoldrick wasn't about scoring goals, he was about making goals. He was an artist on the pitch. He
Yeah,
still is an
he
artist on
was.
the pitch, Martin.
If you're watching what he does, at the moment,
Yeah.
it's just more than goals to him. It's the all-around package. He brings everything. He's like what Troy Poward
Play.
is at the moment. Is at Alkmaar.
Yeah.
He brings everything to the table. You're too busy looking at the stats because you don't watch football with your eyes. You just look at the match a day after, and all the show is
do
the goal
look at
highlights,
him,
not
I
the
do.
Doing a
lad
Conor on
that's
I
him.
do.
linking up
I
play,
saw
pulling
when
up ball.
Yeah.
the shame of 2016, Daryl Murphy struggling to score a goal for Ireland, and we had to play that certain way. But and that's he was chosen above McGoldrick.
But you go away with your McGoldrick shit. You went on about absent
That
seats
wasn't
here,
just.
and
That
you've gone
wasn't
into fucking
just.
Ditsy, who wasn't even picked. So go and tell us someone who could have been picked that it wasn't picked.
Go on,
tell
yeah.
us. Go
No,
on.
I mean, look, the one I didn't have Robbie Keane in it, but I'll have Robbie Keane in the probably earlier.
How the fuck didn't you have Robbie
period.
Keane in it?
Because he
when
didn't have
they-
any memorable moments between 2010 and 2020.
plenty.
Yeah, but no
didn't say-
iconic one moment
No,
that
he
we can
did,
all
he
remember.
did. But no, I probably judged him.
He scored a hat
on-
trick against Gibraltar. Don't forget that.
He did of last,
did
and
indeed.
also in that period as well, the last ever game at the Lansdowne Road. That was
What?
a 4-0, wasn't it? Was that not right?
That was in
When was
that
that?
was in 2000.
That was earlier. Sorry, that's earlier. Yeah. I was getting a bit confused.
And he
like
got
you,
a hat
Dave,
trick in that game
Yeah,
against San
that's
Marino. Yeah.
So,
was good.
Dave, I have a question for you. You left out. Go on, tell us who you left out in your list.
Shane Long, the gold
And you've
machine.
Shea Given in, and Damien Duff. And who else have you left out?
Duffer.
You've left out someone else, obviously.
James McCarthy.
that's
Um,
comedy. That is.
Glenn Whelan.
Not Glenn Whelan over Damien Duff. Like,
You had Shea
I've
Given in
gone
yours,
off
though,
club
didn't you?
and country here. You've just gone off. Martin's just gone off memories. He has the best night out after. Dave is just in his own wee world of David Dunn that he's going with fucking Damien Duff. That he's got
Duffer.
attached to a player that he can't remember.
It's tougher. It's you see, Conor, you weren't there, man, in 2002. You
No,
weren't.
but we've all gone
You
for
actually
Glenn.
literally weren't there.
Glenn Whelan is in all of our picks.
No, he's
isn't
not
he?
mine.
It's not in
No,
Dave's.
it's
Oh,
not
it's on
mine.
yours.
I'm sorry. There's only room for one Whelan.
What about Conor Howard?
That wears number
You left
6,
him
and it's
out?
not Glenn.
No.
Troy
Conor
Parrott.
And Keith Andrews. Keith Andrews, not in anyone's.
Conor Howard, how would you give over for
Keith
fuck's
Andrews,
sakes?
no
Keith
way.
Andrews.
Paul Green.
David Ford.
I was, who I was looking at on one of
I haven't
the.
picked him. Darren Gibson.
but
Surprised
little
you haven't picked him.
No. But you've got to remember the Nations League. The Nations Cup thing we won.
Jesus Christ.
We won that in 2011. You've got to
Yeah, I know. We
Conor,
did.
remember that and respect
Conor,
that.
you don't realize this, but we should have 2 stars over our crest, right? The Nations Cup, as Martin rightly says, and the Icelandic Triangular Tournament of 1986, the triumph. We sing about it all the time. You don't even know. You don't know, Conor. I'm sorry, you don't.
I was there for the Nations Cup victory, and it was the best
What
day
were
of my
you?
life.
Who are you supporting? Because there was.
Northern, yeah.
No, did you travel down that day?
Were you one of the 3-7 supporters for Northern Ireland and Wales? Do you remember that? There was literally
bad.
literally like 50 supporters or something. Do you remember that, Conor? All
Yeah.
joking aside.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Was it behind those doors, or was it no one turned up? Or surely it was more than
No one turned up. There was 2 games on the same day, wasn't it? Was that right?
Yeah. No. They what
Oh,
happened
no.
was they protested it. They protested. Hold on, give me a second. This is worth talking about. And they protested it. It was in 2011.
You didn't put Stephen Hunt in.
Hunty, I would probably have him a little bit later in the previous decade. I think very good, but very harshly treated by Trapattoni 2012 because he's brilliant in the qualification campaign then. And
529 showed up for Wales beating Northern Ireland 2-0.
Yeah.
And how many?
Why didn't
I wonder how many were neutrals.
No, they're all Welsh fans. Northern Ireland fans completely. They boycotted it because they were protesting over the FAI stealing their players.
Lads, what about when you talk about memorable moments or memorable people at a time? No one seemed to mention Jeff Hendrick from Euro 2016.
I know
How
he
good
hit
he
that
was.
crossbar. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
really,
you know
wasn't
what
it?
though? On that is probably just
He was better
not
than Damien Duff anyway.
You take
that's
that back.
probably just more of the disappointment of what happened
Not living
after,
up. Yeah, he didn't do it.
Yeah.
After.
because there was all hype there. Kieran
Hey.
Clark as well.
No, he was
Yeah,
crap.
if Nick was on this now, he'd be like, what 1 to 10?
Yeah, he
Clark.
would. Yeah, Clark.
Nah, he was,
I mean, look, where's the moment? 2016.
What about-
of course.
Ian McGeady.
Yeah,
only
another one,
thing
very
he ever
surprising.
did, and the only thing he ever did in an Iron shirt, to be fair, was an absolute superb goal. Remember, he did the Cruyff turn
Mm,
in Tbilisi. That was superb. And I remember Ronnie Whelan. I was watching it on the RT feed over here, And Ryan Whelan goes, I take back everything I said about Aidan McGeady. It was a superb goal. But yeah,
But the thing is, we've taken the club as well because he was very good for club up here, but a lot of it was
no, he was good for Celtic.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah,
He
well,
went
no,
to Moscow.
good moments.
Thinking about Wes then as well. I mean, club wise, yeah, he was.
It was a lot
good.
of championship, wasn't it? Though.
Yeah,
No,
and that was the thing. I mean, I do love
He was still an unbelievable player. He was just an unbelievable player. Though,
I fell for Wes. But I fell for Wes because he got treated. I don't know if you remember this, Conor. Martin, you'll definitely remember it. And all joking aside, you'll definitely remember this. You remember, like, you had the whole Andy Reid thing with Trapattoni, and then that became Houlihan, Trapattoni, and Trapattoni picked them. And it does happen. Managers do this. He picked them to go, all right, see how you get on. And he scored. And do you remember the camera went to Trapattoni and he had a face like a well-slapped arse. Like, honest to God. He had a face like you, Conor, when I said Duffer was on my list. Absolutely. he was just like he was just like that. No celebration. And Tardelli's like, yeah. And he's just like, shit, I've got to pick this guy now.
What about your fellow Londoner, Harry Arter? Is he from London, is he?
Go on, Martin. Tell him what you think about Harry Arter. You buried him on the when we used to do the green machine. You buried him on that, didn't you?
Why? Because he was taking the money.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with what he was doing. He signed a contract. Forest's fault. They gave it to him. He did nothing wrong after that, and he was a brilliant player. He didn't do it for long enough, obviously, but he had some level brilliantly.
Is he still on the Forest payroll?
The summer was last. The summer was the end of it.
No, the thing with Harry Arter was, and I met Harry Arter. He's okay. He just didn't seem invested. He just seemed like somebody who just tapered off. Had the ability. Even England were talking about getting him for his performance in Bournemouth. There was that little bit of a dearth. They were talking about getting him back into the England fold, and he just didn't seem arsed. And Roy blew his top at him in Paris. Have you ever heard that WhatsApp conversation, Conor? Yeah. So he blew his top at him in Paris, and basically, I didn't agree with Roy on that, but I kind of understand that because Harry Arter then never really played. He never played under. I think he did come into the squad, didn't he, towards the end? And then he just tapered off. He just wasn't
I think Harry Arter did really well for
He did have a lot of tough times as
he did. I remember that. Yeah, the personal stuff and that.
He lost. He lost his child, didn't he?
Yes, which is
so. I think that's.
But still, and that was obviously very sad, and everyone was very sympathetic at the time, of course. But I just struck him as I think it went to his head a little bit as. I'm an international footballer now, and he just didn't work as hard and didn't perform enough for me. And just thought contractually.
I think you're. And we also had last honorable mention, David Myler, the best FIFA YouTuber of all time when he went through that spell of making YouTube videos.
Oh yeah,
very big in video. Rice in international setup.
I always remember Martin O'Neill.
Oh, when he done the Declan Rice thing, that was fucking embarrassing. Oh, that was fucking atrocious.
What's he doing?
Opening up the pack thing and shit, wasn't it?
He used to do FIFA videos. They opened, but then he wished him the best of luck when he switched to England.
Wanker.
And on that bombshell, we're going to leave it there, folks.
Kevin Doyle. On Twitter. No. Let me. I've got a few to go through. Right?
No, well, we got to wrap it up now. We've been going 45.
Come on, give us just list them
out. You haven't given a message.
Very quickly.
Keith Fahey. Key moment. Andy Keogh,
no.
Darren Gibson.
I don't know who Andy Keogh is.
Mac Shane. Kieran West was in goal for a while, wasn't he? Like for Ireland, he did all right. I mean, we had David Ford. I mean,
but you know, we're top 10. Talking about the best over the last decade. Not anyone.
I think Stephen Hunt would be one for me that.
Stephen Ward.
And even Stephen Ward, a lot of caps. But yeah.
But then Robbie.
And I mean, look, you forget going later, like into the late, like end of the decade and stuff. You know, Callum O'Dowda came in from 2016.
Like that is it.
We need to wrap up that.
Callum Robinson.
No, CR7 was after 2020.
Right, listen, that's 45 minutes of this car crash of a podcast that we've done.
We need to make sure, Dave. We need to make sure people put in the comments who their top 10 is, who had the
One-
best out of us three, and it wasn't you anyway with your Damien Duff, and it
Me.
wasn't this
Duffer.
prick in the bottom with John O'Shea number 1 anyway.
Wow.
So it was only me,
Me.
and me is
Duffer.
the winner.
Duffer.
And I just want to say, I want to say it's very enjoyable. We will do the other decades as well because it's all part of schooling for Conor.
Yeah.
And
gotta take on the learning tree, son.
Yeah.
And I just want
very enjoyable.
Yeah, and we want you to tell us if you agree with us or not. That's going to be interesting. And also tell us your 10 best players from 2010 to 2020, that decade, only that decade as well. And tell us, which out of three you think was the best one. I just want to also thank you, wonderful, beautiful fans out there, Lansdowne ROAR. I love you. Just putting it out there. You all look absolutely wonderful. But yeah, tell us who the best one is, right? Right, we're going to leave it there. As always, folks, please hit a like on this video, on this absolute car crash with pod. Unrehearsed, I know, right? you wouldn't think it. And unwritten, really, other than our 10 players that we picked each, which Conor had a serious fucking issue with some of them, didn't he? But anyway, we're going to leave it there. And that, thank you very much. As always, guys, though, do please hit the like button. Do hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Head over to our Facebook, Instagram, and our Twitter. And also you can head over to Conor at Rep Tracker on Twitter and Facebook. And of course, if you want opinion, we have a lovely writing team formulating there. So, and if you want to get involved as well, give us a shout. But you can head over to lansdowneroar.ie. That is lansdowneroar.ie for opinion. We're out of here. I'm David Dunn. He's Martin Prendergast. The angry little fella up in the top right there is Conor McAvoy, who we're trying to give an education to. Anyway, this is Lansdowne ROAR. You're beautiful. We'll see you in the next one.